Well, here is our podcast. It's all for you.
Tribal Drum is going to beat for Rags to Riches Rescue Pets. Do you have a pet that's come from the streets and drank out of a toilet and now it drinks out of a really big gold bidet? Yeah, your bougie pet that started from very humble beginnings.
Also, Nick Bryant is going to be joining us. Nick Bryant is a former BBC journalist who knows a fair bit about what's going on in America. He's going to bring us up to speed with what's going on in America.
I've been watching a new show on Apple TV, which is Presumed Innocence. Jake Gyllenhaal, it's excellent. I was watching a couple of episodes at a time, and then it makes me now, I didn't realise it's only coming out once a week. So that's outrageous. We won't put it to the pub test. Do you like binging all at once, or are you happy with the suspense of once a week?
We'll also check in on our Ghoulies hotline.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles.
Congratulations, Mandy.
We're on the radio right now.
What is it you can't face?
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Hello there, Amanda. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you going?
I'm doing all right. I'm getting good grades.
We've been watching a really great show on Apple TV called Presumed Innocent. Have you watched that? It's got Jake Gyllenhaal. Do we say Jill or Gil?
Gyllenhaal.
And Peter Sarsgaard. And they're brothers-in-law in real life. Peter Sarsgaard's married to Jake's sister, Maggie, just for information, by the by. It's so good. But you know what? I'm not used to this because I was watching it and we would watch a couple of episodes a night. And then suddenly I had to wait. They're dropping week by week.
Yeah.
I think the finale, the final episode, is today Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday.
I think it might be tonight. But I'm not used to that. And I find that I lose interest if I have to wait around.
You don't want to wait. You want it all now.
Well, I've got 3 series kind of on the go.
Yeah.
And I'm not finishing any of them. If I have to wait, I just don't finish anything.
Yeah. I'm going old school. I'm reading a book at the moment by Mo Hayder. Have you ever read Mo Hayder's stuff?
Is that a man or a woman?
Woman. But she's very grisly.
Oh, so I can't do grizzly.
Grizzly McGrizzly.
You like grizzly.
I'm not.
Jeff Koons and stuff.
Dean Koons.
Dean Koons. That's too manky
No,
for
she's
me.
very grisly. And
murder, mystery, crime.
yeah, it's an interesting
things, is it?
situation with the story that I'm reading now. I won't go into it, but yeah, it's a lot to unpack. So I've just been reading that.
Can you sleep after reading something manky like that?
No, it's probably why I haven't been sleeping.
Yeah. Do you think?
Yeah, probably.
Go back to your Enid Blyton's.
I'll get back
5
to
get torn apart in a cave.
Maybe that's what I need to do.
Maybe it is.
That's what I need to do. How's things going for your assignment, Special Ass?
Yes, I'm leaving on Friday morning to fly to Africa. I'm not allowed to say which country, but that's all I know.
Yeah.
I'm on filming a thing with Chris Brown, and he's in charge. This is his show, and I'm along for the ride. I saw yesterday, it might have been the Daily Mail or something, wrote up what I'd said. So it looks so, when you talk on the radio, it looks so strange when you see it written down with me saying, Amanda has quite strong stipulations about the filming. And it's me saying, I won't be in a swimming costume. I don't do arms or legs. I'll just be a torso. That was all written out in an article, which just looked very odd. So anyway, yes, all I know is that I'm going to be alongside Chris and we're going to be filming in Africa and I'm away for a week.
And you've organised some special playmates to come along. Not Playboy Bunny playmates.
Oh, to come along here.
To come along here.
Yes, that's
and
right.
do your work.
You won't be on your own.
No.
Every day a different person will be here with you.
Rightio, and you've made us a bunch of casseroles so Amir and Ryan won't go hungry.
I've popped them in there and I've got Mrs. Kafoop's next door's coming to do your washing. And everything will be okay. You don't have to lift a finger.
Super dupes.
Super dupes.
Super dupes. Instagram makes its return today. Also, we can't do anything until we do the Magnificent Seven.
Question 1, which fish is said to have a bad memory?
Jam Nation. We have for you the Magnificent Seven. 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
The power of the radio, Brendan. Look out the window. Look at Zurich.
Zurich signs all up.
The Zurich sign, the neon has been fixed.
We were worried, and I sent you down there to knock on the door because we're new neighbourinos around here.
That's right. And I'll say, I don't know if you know that your I and your C is out.
Yeah, your I and C's out, and
someone's taken your eye out.
All the other financial companies around here are laughing at you. Deutsche Bank, they've got more words.
Well, Zurich's fixed it, and we're pleased to see it.
That's some good neon there, Zurich. Well done, you. Maybe we should get some neon out the front of the building.
Do you think? Just our big neon heads. Wouldn't that be good?
Maybe we should do that. We got something like that.
And so when planes come in and big ocean liners come in and all that, they see our big gurning heads.
Yeah.
Welcome, guy.
Maybe I'll rip down to Bunnings and get a rope light.
Do it. In the meantime, here are our questions, and the first one's going to Nev in Terrigal. Hello, Nev.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Very well. Which fish is said to have a bad memory?
That would be a goldfish.
A goldfish.
The Emperor Domitian from 1st century AD was so sensitive about his baldness that he wrote a book on the subject of hair care. What was it called? Was it called A, Care of the Hair, B, The Bald-Plated Centurion, or C, Skinheads and Sandals? Nev.
Is it B?
No, it's not The Bald-Plated Centurion.
No, Nev.
Sorry, Nev.
Jackie's in Ingleburn.
Hello, Jackie.
Good morning. How are we?
Very well. So which book do you think the Emperor has written in the 1st century AD? Care of the Hair or Skinheads and Sandals?
Care of the Hair.
Care of the Hair. There you go.
Let's play What's on the Box.
Television. I'll turn the box on.
Before we move on, do you know what the ancient Romans used to cut their hair? Caesars.
Is that a joke or is that real?
It's a joke.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You know, it's a joke.
I'm not really with it. I've got a little.
You've got a bit of a cold. Are you in a bit of a fog, a head fog today?
Yeah, I've had it for a few days, and it just, it's one of those ones. I don't know if it's bad or not. You do all the work. I'll just sit here.
Okay, sure. Question 3, what's on the box? So, have a listen to this. Which show, and I think you'll know this one, Jackie, features this theme?
Jackie, you know this.
Friends.
It's Friends.
Who was the second man on the moon, Jackie?
Oh, gosh. Armstrong was the first.
Yeah.
Sorry for this guy.
Oh, Jackie.
Everyone remembers Armstrong.
Jonesy and Amanda. Sam Nation. Podcast.
We're into the Magnificent Seven, and we find ourselves at question number 4.
Let's go to Rachel in Menai. Hello, Rachel.
Hello.
Who was the second man on the moon?
Was it Buzz Aldrin?
Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin.
Good old Buzz.
He's still with us?
I think he is. He's elderly now.
Yep.
I was filming in LA and Chris Brown was there and he said, I've just seen Buzz Aldrin.
Oh.
I said, how'd you know it was him? And he said, well, have a look. And I looked over and there's Buzz Aldrin in a jacket that says Buzz Aldrin. It's a bit of a giveaway.
Have you ever thought about wearing a jacket with your name on it?
No.
I don't know about that.
No, what do you mean? What thinking would go into it? No. No, but Buzz constantly, he likes being in people's faces. He's an interesting character.
Someone with a name tag on, you'll see a host or something, that works on the airlines.
Flight attendants, we call them.
And they've got their little name tag on. But if you notice the latest thing now, like my mate the Scamp, he's got his name, but it's embroidered in his shirt. So it's...
Just first name?
Yeah. But, he can't hide from that. So he's at the service station, everyone,
He thinks, how does everyone know me?
Everyone knows who I am.
This is
I come off the
crazy. What's
streets.
going on?
Look at me go. In the song It Wasn't Me by Shaggy, Rachel, can you name one of the areas that he was caught cheating with the girl next door?
Do you know the song, Rachel?
Yeah.
What's one place?
Well, one of the places, and he seemed to do
Put it out a lot.
Yeah. Think about it. Rachel. John's picked it.
Hello, John.
How are you?
Very well. So Shaggy gets kind of caught red-handed, even though he says it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Where was he doing it with the girl next door? There's a variety of locations. Can you think of one?
I guess I've got no idea. The car?
No,
that's the only place he didn't think
He did
of.
everywhere but the car. Kim's in Plumpton.
Hi, Kim.
Yeah, I didn't know the answer to this one. It's the sofa.
Well,
was
that's
on the
one of
sofa.
them.
There was one.
She caught me on the counter.
On the counter.
Saw me banging on the sofa.
Sofa.
I even had her in the shower.
Shower.
Wasn't me. She even caught me on camera.
But it wasn't him, apparently.
Caught me on camera. It was everywhere, old Shaggy.
Part of his signature look, what kind of hat does Slash wear while playing with Guns N' Roses, Kim? What kind of hat does he wear?
Oh, God, he wears one with a big feather out of it. Is it a fedora?
No, it's not a fedora.
A fedora? It's a jazz musician? Fedora.
I think that's a fair enough answer.
No, he doesn't wear a fedora.
He could.
He wears his Slash hat.
Beret. Alicia's in Pennant Hills. Hi, Alicia.
Fedora.
Hello.
Do you know what kind of hat Slash wears?
I do. He wears a top hat.
Big top hat. I've often wondered, is all the hair attached to the hat, so he just puts it on and all?
Well, wasn't that the Axl Rose thing? He had his bandana and all the dreads and the hair was attached to the bandana.
And that's how, because it would be hard to be in a rock band with
keep
the long
the hair going.
Yeah, because it thins as you get older. Oscar Piastri competes in which sport, and didn't he do well?
He did do well. He competes in the Formula One.
He's an Aussie. He won the Australian Grand Prix. He's only 23 years old. Well done, Oscar.
Congratulations to you, Alicia. You won the Jam Pack at $150 to spend at Hyperkarting. Experience real speed at Hyperkarting Moore Park and their brand new track. $150 to enjoy Pinot and Picasso experience. Pinot and Picasso, master the art of fun. And Jonesy and Amanda Coach to choose fit, colour in and some Staedtler pencils. Alicia, anything you'd like to add to this?
That is the best. I'm so impressed by that prize. Thank you so much.
A ring endorsement. Thank you, Alicia.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast. We are back, baby.
Here we go.
This is it. And step on the gas.
I'm going to flick through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1993, UB40 released the hit I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. Obviously, this is a big hit for a guy called Elvis. Don't know if you've ever heard of him. This is one of their two songs to hit number one. This is UB40, and neither of those songs were original.
Mm-hmm.
As well as I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, another UB40 chart topper was Red, Red Wine. Written by Neil Diamond, but also recorded by Bob Marley. And Robin Campbell of UB40 said he saw this being performed by Bob Marley and it was a full circle moment. He said in an interview, a turning point of his life was seeing Marley perform that live in 1976 when Robin was only 10 years old. And from that moment on, he decided to take music seriously. I guess lucky for all of us, he didn't go and see Joe Dolce sing Shut Up Your Face, or he might have taken a different direction with his music.
It could have been a different kettle of fish.
Let's play it.
Jam Nation.
I read this incredible story the other day. Let me read it for you. There's a couple who were getting married. This was 10 years ago, and they couldn't afford a wedding ring. They were in a jewelry store, and the husband was saying to his partner she could get whatever she wanted, but she knew that they couldn't afford it. Her husband had just returned from Iraq. He was being sent back on his second deployment in the near future, and there was one ring in particular she loved, but she knew they couldn't afford it. So they left empty-handed. And as they were walking out of the store, one of the employees came rushing up to them and said, "Here, this is for you," and presented them with that engagement ring, a $10,000 engagement ring that they'd been admiring.
Ooh.
And they were obviously shocked, and they said, "Well, we can't accept that." And they said, "No." The worker from the shop said, "Take this and accept it, and we can say no more." Amazing story. So they returned home with their dream ring. 10 years later, the store let them know that, in fact, Paul Walker, the Fast and Furious actor, had been in the shop, had seen what was going on, had seen that this man was about to have his second deployment in Iraq, had seen their financial dilemma, and had paid for that ring.
Wow.
But he wanted it to be an anonymous gift. So he told the worker, put the ring on his tab. Paul left the shop, and they gave, and so he said he wanted it to be an anonymous gift, but the employee revealed it 10 years later after Paul had passed away in a car accident to honour his memory.
Wow.
What a story.
What a guy.
Yeah, a story. And there's the couple posing today. I saw the footage of them with this ring and they've never known the story behind it.
Is it a true story? It's not a myth, urban myth, is it? Oh, no, I'm just saying.
Well, why don't I phone UB40 and see if we've got anything thinner? Look, you know, I saw the story. I saw photos of the people.
Yeah, it's a great story.
I don't know how to verify it beyond that, Brendan.
Well, what a great story.
You know, we've got 3 hours of radio to fill every day.
on.
I saw that story and thought, what a heartwarming, wonderful story. And it ends with this beautiful moment from an actor who's much missed.
Yep.
Is it real? I don't know.
Oh, okay. What's happening?
You know, let's look at the rest of the schedule. How about you do the show on your own? You've said you're not feeling well. You've said you've got a headache. I bring content to the show because you're not well and you poo-poo its origins.
I'm not poo-pooing. I just say sometimes you don't know about these stories.
Well, I don't know about this story either. I've made the whole thing up.
If that was you, would you be anonymous about it or you'd want everyone to know that you bought them a $10,000?
If it was you, it would never happen.
Yeah.
You'd never buy someone a $10,000 jet. You know, I've been at charities with you where they've said, would you like to buy a raffle ticket? And you go,
oh, that is not true.
I'll get a receipt for work.
That's terrible.
Yes, that's what I said.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation. Did you see the New South Wales Hydrogen Centre of Excellence?
What's going to happen in there?
It's going to train thousands of plumbers and gas fitters.
Oh, okay, good.
It's $25 million investment. It's going to deliver practical training centre for 8,250 plumbers.
That's
pretty
great.
good. So they learn how to do this stuff. This was on the news last night.
Centre stage in Riverstone today, Chris Minns was quizzed by locals on issues including skills shortages.
Welding this together.
Unveiling designs for a hydrogen centre of excellence to upskill more than 8,000 tradies in its first 5 years.
And it's not artist impressions. It's actually happening, man.
Is it?
It's happening.
The Centre for Excellence.
Although Hydrogen Centre of Excellence, it's very Derek Zoolander, isn't it? Don't you think? You remember this?
Without much further ado, I give you the Derek Zoolander Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good.
What is this?
A center for ants.
How can we be expected to teach children to learn how to read if they can't even fit inside the building?
The center has to be at least 3 times bigger than this.
So good. So good.
Well, let's hope it's as good as that.
Poor old Mincy's going, I've put in good work here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've put in good work.
Jam
Nation.
Doing it for the gram right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
It's time. 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. If you get all the questions right, $1,000.
That's right. You can turn into $2,000 by answering one bonus question, but that's the jeopardy. It's double or nothing.
Robert's in Richmond.
Hi, Robert.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Very well, Robert. So here we go. It's all ahead of you. 10 questions, 60 seconds. Say pass if you're not sure, because we usually have time to come back. That's the best strategy, I think.
No worries. Thank you.
All right, Robert, here we go. Here comes question number 1. How many thumbs on the average person?
2.
Question 2. What animal is known as man's best friend?
Dog.
Question 3. Cape York is found in which state?
Queensland.
Question 4. Shag and Persian are types of what?
Can you pass?
Question 5. True or false? Snails can sleep for 3 years.
False.
Oh, it's true.
Robert.
Plops.
Shag and Persian?
Shag and Persian, any idea?
No.
They're rugs or carpets, a shag rug and a Persian rug.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Robert, $100 to be getting on with, and thank you for playing.
That's what happens.
Thank you.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
podcast.
I read an interesting story about Winston Churchill the other day. He sold his family home to the National Trust, but he requested that there always be a marmalade cat named Jock with, quote, a white bib and 4 white socks in comfortable residence. So the Trust honoured the family's request, and the current cat is Jock number 7, a 2-year-old rescue cat who was rescued as a kitten along with 30 other kittens from squalid conditions. And this cat, Jock, is now living happily on 80 acres and presumably having the time of its life.
Living the dream.
Absolutely. This is what, this is the great thing you can do for a rescue animal, From 1 minute, they're drinking out of a toilet at a railway station.
Yep.
Next minute,
they're drinking out your toilet at home.
yeah, and turning their nose up at the fancy food you give them. This is another story I saw. This is a cat called Honey from Melbourne, but now known internationally and famous as Princess Honeybell. This is a kitten that was found in a shelter in 2019 and now has nearly 500,000 followers on Instagram. Her bio says that she's both a cat chef and a princess. And she's dressed up in elaborate clothes and, she's like Paris Hilton pretty much.
Right.
So she went from being nothing in a shelter, not nothing in a shelter, fighting to stay alive, to being a giant punce.
And she's a cat chef.
Apparently so.
Well, she cooks. The cat cooks.
Well, has recipes and has videos of here I am doing things.
Yeah, right.
I wonder if it's wearing those clothes saying, the shelter wasn't that bad. Terrible. I don't know if cats like being dressed up like that, but this is Princess Honeybell, famous around the world.
Yeah.
Was rescued from a shelter.
Yeah, I often think about the goldfish that I've got at home. My fish pond. There was some goldfish and I inherited these goldfish because they were in this tiny little pond, like a tiny, tiny pond.
How big were the goldfish?
They were just average-sized goldfish. But this pond was no life for these fish. And they were going to put a swimming pool in over the goldfish. And they said, well, these fish have got to go. And I said, well, I'll take them in my pond. And now they're just living the best life.
Have you got a much bigger pond than that now?
And they're thriving and they're just loving life. And I'm just saying, well, I wonder if these fish are aware. When I come past, do you think they look at me like I'm some sort of...
rescuing God?
Yeah, they probably go, look, there's the man that saved our lives.
No, I don't think so. Don't they have a memory of 15 seconds or something?
I feel that they all come up to me when I come home.
Looking for food.
And they all come and look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's. I'm sure that's adoration.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
As much as goldfish can...
adore you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fair enough too. You've put a little castle in there. They're living the dream.
Yes.
Well, the tribal drum is going to beat for this. Rags to Riches rescues my puncey pet. So, your pet came from maybe some kind of squalid situation. You rescued it from somewhere. It was living on the streets. And now it turns its nose up at the nicest food. We want the difference from the rags to the punts.
It's like Lady and the Tramp.
I never saw that. I just remember the spaghetti scene. I've seen.
Lady was the lady in the
But
Tramp.
she was living on the street, was she?
No, Lady was in the house.
Oh, I see.
And Tramp was, he was on
From the
street.
wrong side of the track.
Yeah, but they got on.
What happened at the end?
She liked a bit of rough trade.
Was there a litter of things at the end?
Oh, there would have been a litter of things.
Or
at the
did
end.
that terrible scene where they both get spayed?
Oh, like
Disney wasn't big on that.
No.
No.
Away from that.
Away from that.
Jam Nation.
The tribal drama is beating Rags to Riches rescue.
My puncey rescue.
Pretty much.
Digital Jenna, who works with us, has a beloved cat called Connie.
Yep.
And Connie has her own bed and bedding as well. And Connie was rescued from the streets. And when Jenna comes into work, she leaves her Dyson heater on for Connie. So, power bills through the roof.
Yeah,
Because
she's
this cat that
got
used
a
to live on
limited income.
This
What's
cat
she
that
doing?
used to live on the streets. Jenna doesn't want it to be cold now throughout
It's
the
a
day.
cat.
It's got to keep its little bed warm.
Jess has joined us.
Hello, Jess.
Hello, Jonesy and Amanda.
Who's your puncey cat? Tell us where you got the cat and tell us where we are now.
It's actually a dog.
Oh,
I didn't realise it was cats, sorry.
No, it's all animals.
All animals.
He's my parents' dog, and he was a rescue, and he used to be just terrified of everything. He was scared of his own lead, he was scared of trees, he was scared of everything. And now he lives a life of luxury. He's got a heated bed, he's got a neck warmer and a coat.
A neck warmer?
A neck warmer, yeah.
What kind of breed is he?
He's a Foxy Cross.
Right, so he's got a heated bed, a coat and a neck warmer.
Yeah.
He's gone full punts.
He certainly has.
Because I wouldn't know. How do you know when a dog's feeling cold?
Well, I guess they shake and they shiver, but some breeds do that all the time.
Yeah. You get those little ones that look like they're
Yeah.
going to have a heart attack at the drop of a hat.
Well, there's a lot of dogs that are bred to be outdoorsy and rescue things
Yeah.
and whatever, and they've got a fur coat on them.
Yes.
And you see them huddling when it's raining, going, let me in.
Jackie has joined us.
Hello, Jackie.
Good morning.
Tell us about your pet.
Wattle's a dog, and she was rescued in the 2019 Wattle Creek fires. She'd escaped off the back of her owner's ute and got severely burnt. She ended up a month in a vet at St. Peter's, and she's had over $100,000 through his rescue or his charity spent on her, about $20,000 of my own money, as well as Bargo Community's money, which was fabulous. She's their mascot. She has her own bedroom. I cook for her each night. She has a special diet for her bones and everything that she needs to have a great life and good nutrients, because she was severely underweight and malnourished when she was found. She has a heated bed, like a dog electric blanket on her own bed, like a little toddler bed she's got there. She's got rugs. She's got everything that she might possibly need.
Wow,
and
Jackie.
more.
And is her health good now?
Whole Bargo Community. So,
But the dog's healthy?
Yeah, she's healthy now. She's just recently undergone a second ACL surgery on her leg. So I've got a massive vet bill again, and the vet's wonderful and lets me pay that off. And again, the Bargo Community has also donated. They've been wonderful. Yeah.
Wow. That dog doesn't know how good it's got.
I hope the dog knows how good it's got. Its own bedroom and its own toddler bed.
Jackie, thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. I love this. We're going to take more of your calls.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Sam Nation.
Podcast.
You're live on the air. Live and kicking. It's a great day to be alive. And away we go.
We've had some great calls. The Tribal Drummers beating for Rags to Riches Rescue, my puncey cat.
Or dog.
Or dog.
My puncey rescue pet that has gone from living on the streets or living in squalor or drinking out of a neighbour's pond to suddenly being a giant punce. Hello, Michelle.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. What have you got? Tell us the beginnings and tell us where we are.
Well, the beginning started at the pound for our little cat, and he couldn't even wait to get out of the pound at first. There was a lot of litters of kittens there, but he was just all alone, so we've given him a bit of a backstory. He's a ginger cat, and he's gone straight basically from the pound to, because we live in the top unit in a complex, he's gone from the pound to the penthouse, and he's living his penthouse life. He's very, very bougie. As soon as he hears the heater click, like the gas heater to come on, he is there, toasting up his orangeness. And, he's very, very fancy. He has a section of the lounge room with all of his little cat things and toys. People bring him gifts that he stores throughout the house. And he's got his cat scratcher, which is an apple tree. And at Christmas, we bring him out his candy cane one. Because of his backstory, we think that he was like a bin cat because he's got like quite a cuisine. If there's any food on offer, any Asian food or Italian food, like he likes to give it a good, like he seems to be attracted to soy sauce and spaghetti sauce, and he loves a good sniff of red wine too. So he's really, really living it.
What a punce. I love it. Thank you, Michelle.
Nick's joined us.
Hello, Nick. Tell us about your pet.
Psycho. She's the oldest cat on the local vet's books. She's 23, turns 24 in August.
Wow.
It's rejected by her mother at birth and hand-raised from day one.
By you?
A mate of mine had her, and when we moved to England about 10 years ago, he was going to have her put down and stuffed. I said, no, that's not happening.
No.
And I've had her ever since. Yeah, couldn't afford to take it, so we'll get her stuffed and mounted. I went, no, she's staying with me.
And is she living a puncey life, Nick?
Well, I don't get to sit in my recliner lounge chair anymore. She's decided that's her bed.
Right.
And that's her domain, and she sits in it with her bum on the chair, looks backwards over her shoulder at me, and I'm not moving, I'm not sharing. We get spoil rotten with fancy feast, and when we go off cat food, we get fresh mints.
Oh, well. I like how you say we as well, Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's royalty.
Yeah.
I'm just so lucky she shares the house. I'm so lucky to live with her.
Yeah, you are lucky you're there.
She owns it. She owns it, mate.
That's great.
How amazing. He was going to have her stuffed and mounted.
That's terrible, isn't it?
Wow.
Thanks, Nick.
I love that story. Thank you. Is the cat's name Psycho or the cat is Psycho?
Yes, both.
Right. Okay, good.
By name and nature.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
I mentioned earlier in the show that I love this new show I'm watching on Apple TV called Presumed Innocent. Jake Gyllenhaal, Peter Sarsgaard. It is so good. And I've watched a stack of episodes all at once, like maybe 3 a night.
Yep.
And then suddenly it all stopped because I wasn't aware this is a series that's dropping week by week.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think tonight might be the final episode, but I've had to wait for it.
3 a night's a lot.
Well, maybe 2 a night. So, but I'm not used to having to wait for something because I don't watch the latest releases necessarily of things. And I like, therefore, just to watch as many as I want when I want.
Mm-hmm.
It depends how you sit with this because some people like being able to watch it when they want. Others like the weekly drop. I read this person here saying, I prefer the weekly drop. I enjoy talking to friends about episodes week to week rather than to have a conversation of, I've watched episode 1, I'm up to 4, don't tell me the end. You're all on the same journey together, which we used to be all the time with free-to-air TV.
In the olden days when you watched Melrose Place, it was Tuesday night and that was your thing.
That's right, and you'd chat about that the next day.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda answer for this. Waiting for shows to drop weekly, does it pass the pub test?
Yeah, what do you prefer, Brendan?
I like to have it week by week.
Do you?
Succession, I watch that in a week by week thing. Morning Wars. That's another one that I watched in the week-by-week thing.
I find, and Succession was so rich, there was so much in it and slightly tense. I couldn't watch more than one anyway at a time. But other ones, I lose interest along the way. I'm sort of halfway through 3 series at the moment.
Yeah.
If I don't watch them when they're there, when I can see them, I forget about them. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So how do you feel? Waiting for shows to drop weekly, does that pass the pub test?
Jam Nation.
My 21-year-old son went to Europe this time last year and they had a heat wave and particularly in Italy, so hot and so crowded. Nearly everyone he knows is there this year. Every person he knows is in Europe at the moment and they're not the only ones. They're finding that their crowds are like they've never been before. There are 65% more US visitors to the EU than 10 years ago. And not just Americans, wealthy middle classes are emerging in China and India and Brazil. More and more people are on the move. And what a wonderful thing experiencing the world, unless you live there. It sounds really tough. Venice has taken measures to ban cruise ships and this year introduced an entrance fee for visitors on the busiest of days. Look at this stat here. In peak tourism times, Venice has 247 tourists per resident.
Ooh.
Amsterdam has announced a complete ban on over-tourism by 2035. They're working hard on this. So there'll be no cruise ships, no new hotels, no more than 20 million hotel overnight stays by tourists. Wow. They've already got 20 million overnight stays. Same thing with Paris. They're promoting Paris in winter. Visit us in winter. So Athens, Lisbon, Venice and Spain, similar anti-tourism movements. And they're finding that people are actually taking to the streets, the locals, chanting, keep out, no photos. They're squirting water pistols at people. So they're just finding it too hard to live. And there's a fine line between this. I went to Europe, or London and France a couple of years ago at this time of year. It's really hard to get around. Peak tourism is horrendous and we can't dictate when our holidays are, so that's when we were there. And I went to the Palace of Versailles. I remember going there maybe 35 years ago and you could walk around. It was fabulous. This time, it was so crowded, it had tipped into being an unpleasant experience. And God forbid if you needed to go to the toilet, there was no way you could do that and get back to your bus in time. It was so difficult and it was a wasted day. And I thought at some point, the tourism experience is not worth what you've gone there to have.
It's hard being a tourist, really. When you go on holidays, it's quite stressful.
Of course it is.
Because you're in an unfamiliar place.
Yes, and there's so little of things that you can be in control of. But imagine being on the other side of it and being the people, like in Barcelona, 7.2 tourists per resident. There's a town here I'm reading this article. It's a town in Sweden that they say, someone said, I've been living here for 26 years and this place has lost its charm. There are crowded paths, selfie sticks are raised as if going into battle, long queues snake in front of waterfalls, a drone buzzes overhead. That place has 118 tourists per resident. It swells from 2,500 people to 6,000.
Ooh.
You know, the toilets, the shops. And yes, as you said earlier, that's how they make their money. But for the local residents, what a hard thing to live through. I don't know if I'd travel at this time of year again.
No. Or go to, you want to go to those places where there's been trouble. That's another thing. So if there's been some trouble, you go to that place.
Because you'll be the only tourist there.
Yeah.
So maybe you're on your way to Iran or something.
Well, you're going to go to Palestine or Syria or somewhere like that.
Okay, well, great. Maybe that's your way to travel.
That could be a thing.
That could be.
Where's the gift shop?
Yeah, that could absolutely be a thing. Or just be a tourist in your own city and complain about that for a while.
Look at this. You can walk around here.
Absolutely, do it.
Jonesy and Amanda. Sam Nation.
Podcast.
We're not gonna take it. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I am as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Waiting for shows to drop weekly. Does it pass the pub test?
I'm obsessed with a new show called Presumed Innocent. It's on Apple TV. And I watched 3 or 4. I watched another 3 or 4. Finally, I thought, great, the final episode. And it wasn't there. I had to wait for it. I didn't realise this was something that was dropping weekly.
Yeah.
I started halfway through, meaning that I could binge watch a couple of them. But a lot of people like that, waiting week to week to week.
I like the week to week to week.
I lose interest. I lose track. I forget that I've enjoyed it. I prefer to watch it when I can.
When you watched the A-Team when you were a kid, it was...
that wasn't a continuing
appointment
story.
television. Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
It was always...
It was episodic. They didn't have any ongoing storylines.
They'd help out some nuns in a convent. And they'd build a big battle truck.
Out of paddle pop sticks.
And then they'd help out some kids in an orphanage and they'd build a battle truck. Actually, they always managed to find welding equipment.
And orphanages.
Yeah.
And nuns.
Yeah, but how do you get welding equipment in an orphanage?
You're asking the wrong person, Brent.
Anyway,
waiting for shows to drop weekly. How do you feel? Does it pass the pub test?
For me, it doesn't pass the pub test. I like to binge. Gets a bit of continuity with the whole show. So, yeah, I hate sitting around waiting week to week. I'm not a person that stands over the water cooler. I just want to watch the show. If it's good, I'll binge it. If it's not, I won't watch it.
Well, I must admit, I do like to watch a few series on streaming services, but I can't stand it when I have to wait for the latest series that I just finished watching. They put these teasers up and you just want to know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it does, because it holds you in suspense and you just can't wait. You can tell your friends about it. It might be hanging on the edge of what someone, will they get killed or will they not? Will they fall in love? Will they not? It keeps you gripped, you know, and also it helps advertising.
You definitely have to binge. I'm exactly like Amanda. If I have to wait a week, I've got 3 kids, I've got a busy household. It's not that I lose interest, I just forget, and then I completely forget where the show's up to. Binge all the way.
Yeah, that's me, absolutely.
It's like Joe Biden watching a show, because I've seen this before.
Jam Nation.
What's Joe Biden up to, I wonder?
Well, he's got COVID, which is why he probably hasn't been in public. And apparently he didn't want to make the announcement publicly that he was stepping aside because his voice was raspy, and he just thought, no. So he announced it on social media, which was an interesting thing to do. But he'll still be president until the new president is sworn in.
Yeah, Trump's saying that he should drop out of the... So who's running the country
He
now?
is. He said he will continue to be president until his time is up. So just because he's saying, hey, you know, I don't have it for the next 4 years, I'm going to see out... He's not... He obviously can see out his term.
But he's got to hang around till November.
And I think probably till January, isn't it? When
they do the handover.
Yeah, that's right.
Recently he said this.
But I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed.
I get that. That's just, isn't that just...
You don't have to be 81 to feel that.
Yeah, but in the morning when I get up, I just look at my bed and I go, I'll be back soon. I'll be back.
That's the new Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll be back.
Everyone's scared of death, but really, when you look at it, it's just...
I'm just scared of being tired.
It's just a giant sleep.
A constant lie down.
Joe, though, curious, has always been defined by his age. He was one of the youngest senators in US history, entering politics at 29 years of age. This is what he said back then.
I expect these fellas are going to eventually judge me on my merit, not on my age.
Yeah, that's always been the thing, hasn't it?
Wow, and now
he was
he's
too
once
young,
again,
now he's too old.
Once again saying exactly the same thing, judge me on my merit, not on my age. Well, what happens to Joe Biden? Will the Democrats get behind Kamala Harris? Will the American population? So much to discuss. Nick Bryant is an ex-BBC journalist. He's a foreign correspondent. He lives in Australia now, but he spent many, many years covering US politics. We're going to talk to him next.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
Well, in a career spanning almost 30 years, Nick Bryant came to be regarded as one of the BBC's finest foreign correspondents, covering some of the biggest political news stories, including Trump's years as president. He's got a new book called The Forever War, and he deep dives into American political polarisation. His previous book, which I absolutely loved, called When America Stopped Being Great, actually resides on Joe Biden's bookshelf in the Oval Office. As the race to the White House has taken these twists and turns in the last few weeks, we thought there's no better time to get him on. Nick, hello.
Amanda, thank you so much for mentioning my biggest boast in life, the fact that my book's in the Oval Office.
It's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive. Now, you've been around the traps for a long time, but these last few weeks, have you ever seen anything like this in American politics?
Oh, well, history has been coming at us thick and fast, hasn't it? But the answer is yes. I mean, we had seen political violence of the kind that almost took the life of Donald Trump. It goes way back. The first Speaker of the House of Representatives survived an assassination attempt. Political violence has always been part of the American story. Lincoln, Garfield, McKinley, Kennedy, they'd already lost 4 presidents. A lot of other presidents had survived assassination attempts. So although it was shocking, it wasn't entirely surprising that Donald Trump should become the target of an assassination attempt. As for presidents standing down, we've seen that before as well. Most recently, of course, in 1968, when Lyndon Johnson, at the height of the Vietnam War, announced that he would not seek the presidential nomination of his party. The Democrats met that year in Chicago. Where are they meeting this year? They meet in Chicago. His vice president became the nominee. His vice president ended up losing. That is a history, obviously, the Democrats don't want to repeat this time around.
Yes, and it's happening much later in the presidential race this time around. If Biden hadn't stumbled in the debate, we probably wouldn't be in this situation now. Do you think it was a good thing that everyone got to see this side of him?
Yeah, I do, actually, because I'd come to the conclusion earlier in the year that he was just too old. Last year, I actually thought of the movie Weekend at Bernie's. It's the movie where the guy's dead, but they pretended he's alive. And I thought there was an argument, actually, for running Biden, even if he was dead, and pretending he was alive. But we saw how bad the aging had become. He said it would take God Almighty to convince him to step down from the race, but it was really Father Time. I mean, I think within 15 minutes of that debate performance against Donald Trump, it became pretty clear that he would not be capable of serving 4 more years. And then it was just a question of how they would blast him out. And they did blast him out. I mean, he was very reluctant to step down, but in COVID self-isolation, he made that self-sacrifice. He finally hoisted the white flag after coming under so much friendly fire, frankly, from his own side, senior figures, especially Nancy Pelosi. It was once said that Nancy Pelosi can take off your head without you even notice you're bleeding. But Joe Biden would have noticed when she raised the AIDS issue in the aftermath of the debate. He would have known that his time was running out.
Wow. And so Kamala Harris looks like she'll be the Democrat nominee. What do you think? What's America thinking? Can she do it?
Oh, she's certainly revved up the base, and she's had a really good start to her campaign. I mean, often the metric of political success in America is how much money you can raise. It speaks of a kind of deeply flawed system, really. But she raised a colossal amount of money within 24 hours. She has clearly revved up the Democratic base. It looks now more like a stark choice, doesn't it? Previously, it looked like a kind of doddery old man up against a crazy old man. Well, it looks a very stark choice now with a kind of younger woman. But it's worth saying, I mean, she is actually on the older end of candidates seeking the presidency. She's 59 years old. She'll be 60 by the time she takes office. Most of the post-war presidents, like Kennedy, like Obama, like George W. Bush, like Jimmy Carter, like Bill Clinton, they were younger than she is. So she isn't that young, historically speaking, but she's a lot younger than Donald Trump, and she does give this youthful air. She's been in Wisconsin in the last few hours, which is a key state, and she's really setting up this race as a contest between a prosecutor and a felon.
Yeah, wow.
Unbelievable. I know you've written about this before, that when you were a kid, America was everything. You grew up thinking, what an incredible country. How does the world view America now?
When I was a kid, I think the world did regard America as a beacon of democracy. I think now they regard it not just as a dumpster fire, it's more like a dumpster inferno. I mean, I don't know whether you're watching the Republican convention last week.
Yes.
I mean, it was just crazy stuff. And it did look more like a cult than a political party. I decided that it wasn't a great place to bring up the family with my wife. And we always said that when our kids realized why they were doing drills at school, which are the shooter drills, we were living in New York, it would be time to come back to Australia. And it's a country beset by so many problems now. And, it used to have this great sense of positive exceptionalism. And now I think it's got this sense of toxic exceptionalism. It's a country you don't want your country to be like anymore.
And there was a story that I read in World War II that they managed to build the B-17 bomber. And then during COVID, they couldn't rummage enough know-how to get masks out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's tragic. I mean, I went to a university in the States that basically invented the future, MIT in Boston. And, when I was there as a young kid, I just associated America with the best standards of living in the world. I first experienced it in California during the Los Angeles Olympics when they brought that guy with a rocket pack into the arena.
Yeah.
Only America could sort of pull that kind of stunt off. But a lot of other countries can do it as well, and a lot of countries don't have the problems of school shootings, of mass shootings, of police brutality, of the opioid crisis, all the problems that now seem emphatically American.
Well, Nick, it's great to talk to you. You can get your hands on the Forever War now at all good bookstores. Have a look in the Oval Office. There it is, just sitting there.
No, that's the former one. That's the when America stopped being great. You'll have to get the new one in there.
Well, you should have your whole back catalogue in there.
You haven't got long while he's there. Get to it, Nick.
Exactly. Great to talk to you guys.
Thank you for joining us.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Sam Nation.
Podcast.
I'm going to make this short and sweet. I'm only going to say it once.
Amanda is on assignment on Friday. You leave us.
I'm flying to Africa. I'm going to be filming a show with Chris Brown. It's his show. I'm not allowed to know much about it. It's not I'm a Celebrity. It's not for, it's a show he's doing for Channel 7.
So you're not going to be eating a bug?
No, not by choice and not by, it's supposed to be a wonderful experience is what I've been told. So it's a bit travelogue, a bit of this, bit of that. We're going to have some kind of experiences. I don't know what they are. So I'm excited. I'm flying on Friday, but while I'm away, I've arranged for people to fill in for me. And I think you'll be happy too.
Sure.
This is my version of cooking up the casseroles and putting them in the freezer so you're being looked after.
Nice. I like it. I like the idea. It's so 60 minutes you going on assignment.
Oh, me being
George
big Sky stories on 60.
This is it. Amanda's assignment.
I noticed you've written on the board Amanda's ass.
Why? Word economy.
Yeah, okay. Well, look out for it. So, yes, I'm away Friday. Starting Friday, I have arranged for someone to come in and every day until I'm back.
And have you made us some casseroles?
Very much so.
And not that yucky one.
You don't get to choose, Brendan.
Oh,
all right, starve yourself. See if I care.
Well, it's just that Ryan was saying he doesn't want that big.
He did not say that. You've said that.
The big tomato-y one. It just turns into slop.
Well, Brendan, you get what you get and you'll like it.
I'm going to miss you.
Sure you are.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Lots of people, thanks to Cosy Lives, are cancelling their subscriptions. For example, Netflix sets a family back from $6.99 to $22.99 per month, depending on your plan. So these things can mount up. If you've got 4 or 5 of them, you think, I'm actually not watching things. People are choosing to cancel their subscriptions.
My Stan account, I've got 4 accounts on the go and I've forgotten the password for each one.
Yeah, I know.
And then I just go, oh.
You know what I find hard? Even the free-to-air stuff that you want to watch online, you want to watch catch-up. Now they need all your data details. It's all about data mining. And so you want to watch just something that was on, ABC the week before and suddenly you've got to log in and...
it's too much.
It's too much. I'm just going back to doing a Rubik's Cube of an evening. Well,
I put it to you, you've never done a Rubik's Cube.
No, I never have. No. I've never done. Have you? Did you go through this phase? Of wanting to do it?
Yeah. I've never solved one though.
No.
And my brother used to solve it all the time, and it used to just drive me crazy.
There's a real trick to it, apparently, and now obviously you can go
And you
online
see those little kids, kids, they do it in 3 seconds.
I know. I once got so frustrated, I just changed the sticker colours on the top.
Yeah.
But as I said, in the 1500s up to 1650, the Cosy Lives was affecting households.
So what did they do back then?
Well,
they didn't have Netflix.
They didn't have Netflix. What they would do, many households during that period could no longer afford to keep a household bard. So while you have Netflix, they would have a household bard.
Right.
Someone who recites poems and is a storyteller that entertains the household. Wouldn't that be weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Change the channel. I don't feel like watching this one. Imagine the saucy scenes.
William Shakespeare.
Yeah, so you'd have a household bard, and people found they couldn't afford it, so they had to let the bard go. A bard would cost a household roughly 3 pence per working day. That's about 57 Australian cents. That's what you would pay in the mid-1500s. So you'd pay 57 cents a day to have someone for your bard. And imagine explaining to the kids, we can't afford the bard anymore. I'm sorry, Jeffrey's got to go.
Just pause the bard. I've got to go for a week.
Yeah, well, I wonder if you do that.
Yeah.
Hey, bard, I can't remember where the story went. Go back a bit. Rewind. And impressing with a remote. No, it's not working. It's not working. So interesting that even then people were experiencing Cosy Lives.
It's always been around.
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout. Come on now, sing out. It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
$20,000 cash, that's what we will give to our favourite ghoulie of the year.
What have we got today?
Hi, Jones and Amanda. What gets my ghoulies is coming home from a 5-day cruise only to discover that your power safety switch has been triggered and you've lost all your food in your fridges and freezer.
Oh, no.
That really gets my ghoulies.
Oh, no.
That's the worst.
Terrible. What else?
What gets my ghoulies is when someone has got dog poo in the front of a cafe. I walk through it with my brand new white sneakers and proudly walk dog poo right through the cafe. Poo-wee. That's what gets my ghoulies.
Funny, because I enjoy it when that
That's
happens.
great when that happens to me. I get some white shoes.
But everyone thinks it's your fault, even though you've trodden in someone else's dog poo. Yeah.
And then you got a stick and you're trying to get it all
out of the
treads.
grouting,
Yeah.
And it tastes bad. Sorry.
Out with the bad and with the good. If you dipped out, doesn't matter. You can always contact us via the iHeartRadio app. Get your ghoulie on the air. You can win $20,000 for cash thanks to Hare & Forbes Machinery House. It's 5 to 9.
Our favourite caller, email, or Facebook friend wins tickets for you and 3 friends to see Sister Act starring Casey Donovan. It's at Sydney's Olympic Capitol Theatre next month. Book at sisteractthemusical.com.au.
You also gave the Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and...
Keyring,
thank you.
I read a story about Winston Churchill's cat criteria. He gave his house to National Trust with the stipulation that a marmalade cat called Jock with white socks had to be a resident. So they still have one, still a cat called Jock who was rescued and now lives the high life in this beautiful estate. So the tribal drum was beating for rags to riches, my puncey pet. Nick from Colleton adopted a cat whose owner was going to put it down and have it stuffed and mounted because they were moving away.
Yeah.
Cripes. Now, of course, it's living its best life.
I don't get to sit in my recliner lounge chair anymore. She's decided that's her bed.
Right.
And that's her domain. And she sits in it with her bum on the chair, looks backwards over her shoulder at me, and that's, no, I'm not moving, I'm not sharing. We get spoil rotten with fancy feast, and when we go off cat food, we get fresh mince.
I like how you say we as well, Nick.
Yeah, well...
The royal we.
Absolutely.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Bill Weaver's up next with WSFM's greatest prize of all, time. And the stuff that we're getting around to talking about today, we will still record for you.
Yep.
And that'll be on our Jonesy and Amanda Cutting Room Floor podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
We'll be back from 6 to 9 for Jam Nation.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, dear, from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Damn Nation podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.